I just bumped it. 1, 2, 1, 2.
You look all right,
looks
G.
good,
man. Thank you for letting me come through and rap with you for a couple minutes,
Absolutely.
man. It's been a pleasure working with you for a bunch of years, man. You know, knowing you for a bunch of years.
Man. We got some serious history before working even, right? Back to Kutztown.
Correct.
Kutztown days. That was 25 years ago.
Long time. So what we drinking here, B?
New Belgium, Fat Tire, Amber Ale.
Take a sip, see what it tastes like. Oh, I forgot, but we supposed to toast first, man. That's how I swallow that
Couldn't
sip.
spit it back in there.
That's toast, man.
Thanks,
Celebrate life, man. I celebrate whenever
yeah.
I get the opportunity, B. That's a nice little summertime light. You know what I mean? Flavor's good.
Yeah.
I like that. So we do TV news, man.
We do.
How many years you got in now?
At Fox, it's going to be 23 every day. It's different. You leave the office working on one thing, and you know that's not what you always end up doing. You know,
it might change 5 times in that same day.
Which is kind of cool too. You know, it's you never know what you're doing. We're not in the office, which is huge. I hate being in the station. I love all you guys there, you know, at the station and everything, but it's, I don't know, just got to be out there on the street with the people.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I love it, man. I love being out there with the people. I love being out there with the people, man. I love the experiences. I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly, the crazy.
It's true.
Just throw it at me,
the
man.
stuff
I don't even
we
care,
see,
man.
we're really fortunate, you know, if you think about it. Got to see the Pope, you know, not that far away from me, and presidents, you know, and whatever. But lots of just ordinary people too that are just have crazy stories and crazy experiences, or just unfortunate experiences.
Correct.
A lot of times.
Is there any particulars that stand out story-wise?
9/11 is the first thing that always comes to mind, you know, that I just happened to be in the station early that day, and I hear a commotion out in the newsroom. Everyone's standing in front of the monitors, and it's the same shot on every monitor, you know, tight shot, World Trade Center, smoking, plane hits World Trade Center. I'm thinking it's like a little tour Cessna or something.
Yeah.
And we're all watching this live, and all of a sudden, boom, second one hits. And at that moment, everyone knew.
You know, it's
Lisa
real.
Mastoon or Magic Editors like, Zilai, go, Stratweiser, go. You know, we get in the car, left lane on the turnpike. It's just all emergency vehicles. We got there and there's people coming off the ferry covered in dust, telling us these stories about people flying past the window, their ties flapping and stuff. I mean, it was just all surreal, but it was like gather that and then put it on live. Kennedy Jr.'s plane went down up in Hyannisport. Yeah. We went up to that. The money that television station spent back then was a lot different. We rented a freaking yacht, dude. It had like a 5 or 6 person crew because everything was happening out in the ocean. The search area was out there. By the time we get furthest out, we could barely see the Coast Guard, but then we have to head back because then we have to be live. So we like rent this yacht. We got nothing. 2000 RNC. We were like the host city for that, which was huge. That was kind of cool to be a host city, you know, host station. Like most of the newsroom was down there, so those people got to actually get out in the field a little. For
that was a crazy one too because you had so much going on in the city.
And it wasn't just the event. Protests were nuts.
The protest was just insane. That was my first experience with professional protesters.
Yeah, me too, pretty much,
Yeah.
really. I mean, like seeing, what do we call them? It was like, now it's Antifa, it seems to be.
Yeah.
It was like, it was like a grungy kind of, they had a lot of black, you know, bandanas. We're like, who are these people?
I'll tell you what, though, I do respect about those guys, man. Their commitment to whatever it is they
whatever
believe,
the cause
man,
is.
whatever their cause was, to be able to say that I am so anti what you're doing that I'm putting all this stuff aside, man.
Yeah.
Because I gotta go make my voice be heard.
Yeah.
Those protesters' commitment to me was more impressive than the politicians that were there. Because, you know, the politicians gonna be there. They're gonna do their show no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But those guys were just dead serious, man.
Yeah.
You know, out there on them buses, sweating.
That's
had the
true,
big mass build. They had warehouses. Like, they were all the way
That's right,
in.
making the dummies. I remember that.
Dummies.
They were like raided some of those places.
Dude, you would think they were terrorist groups. Dude.
Yeah.
The police were dealing with them,
I remember doing some of that, like these raids and stuff. And like, and what are we raiding here? Oh, they're making dummies. You know, they're painting dummies.
Like, in this America? Like, can't they do that?
I know, it was kind of funny. Stratweiser, you know, he was a great dude to work with all the years I worked with him.
I used to always get nervous when I worked with Strat, man.
Covering the mob.
Dude,
murders, and I mean the connections that dude has, you know, to
Yeah, he's plugged in a lot of stuff.
You know, to the good guys and the bad guys.
It was weird to me when I would go out with Strat because I would always feel like these guys who chase the crime, you must not have grown up around crime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're chasing after that, yeah.
Like, dude, I grew up in a world where we went the other direction.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That way, that's where the criminals are, dude. We going this way.
Yeah.
One day they asked me, they told me, Strat got a thing that so-and-so mob guy just came home from jail. They're doing a party for him at his house. Can you go over there and get some video? I said,
not?
What? They said, yeah, just go over there, you know, set up and just shoot some video of the people going in and out of the house. I said, yo, didn't you just say that this guy just came home? He's a mob guy who just came home from jail on some murder time. And you want me to go set up my camera across the street from his house and shoot these people going in? Yeah. Don't nothing sound wrong with that statement?
There's definitely those odd moments, you know, when you get sent to a shooting scene or something. You know, 3 people were just murdered in North Philly, and, you know, go check it out. Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, man, sometimes you got to just use your best judgment, man, and say, hey, listen, man, this is
absolutely.
not, I got to get home tonight.
Yep. That's
You know what I'm saying? And where you're sending me by myself makes me feel like I may not make it home tonight. Sometimes you get that false sense of security when you have the camera.
Totally true. And it doesn't protect you at all.
From nothing.
If anything, it makes you a target.
Because even when you talk about 9/11 and you see all these people coming off the ferry and like, dude, you literally just walked into a war zone.
Yeah, they're running and we're running into it.
And you don't know what's going to come up from behind you. You don't know what's going to come from. You don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
But you're there and you're acting as though, it's just a regular day at the job, man. I'm just, you know.
It is weird. I totally agree. You know, I have that false sense of security. I don't know why that is, or I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Because
we got no protection.
You're not trained to feel like that.
No.
You're not. And the really scary part is, or the sad part is you're not trained at all.
No.
For nothing.
Yeah.
You're trained to run that camera, but you're not trained to prepare yourself to deal with anything that happens in any particular environment.
De-escalate anything. I've been assaulted on the job.
I was going to mention that.
Stitches. I had to go to court, you know.
With the Arthur Beaumont situation. Remember that one?
That was another one too. Yeah, a couple times. That was that was funny. Yeah, this was the day he was sentenced to death. And all the media's out in front of Media Courthouse in Delaware County. And all of a sudden, here comes brother and mom. And brother, as soon as he comes out the door, he's swinging. Boom. Louis Lozada right in the eye. Louis like going back after him. And then here comes mom with the cane swinging. She loses her shoe, and I'm backpedaling. It was a great shot, but then I backed into like a monument or something, and she whacks me. There's Jim McMillan from the Philadelphia Inquirer, front page. Me getting whacked, you know.
You ain't front page, dude.
It was classic. My mom laminated it and everything.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I was a little jealous. Because I was out front. I was there.
Oh, you were there.
The thing, though, B, is what we do, man. I don't fault anybody for their behavior sometimes because
son and brother just sentenced to death. You know?
Exactly, man. We are in your face at a time when you're at your worst sometimes. Yep. And then here I come.
Yep.
Here's my camera. How you feel about that?
How about it, man?
Like, how you think I feel? I feel like punch you in your face.
Yeah. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. I'm not encouraging it.
Yeah.
I'm not encouraging it. I would tell my wife, man, like, yo, if anything ever happened to me, man, the news show up. Give them a quick photo, give them a quick soundbite, and then ask them to get off your property.
You're probably better off with that. And even if you're guilty of something, because if you run, then you got that really guilty, bad looking, trying to avoid us. That doesn't go over well.
Note the criminals, man. When you go to court, don't go like this.
Yeah.
Just stand up straight, man.
Walk in proud.
I was covering somebody one time, man, in front of the courthouse, federal courthouse. And he came out and he stood there like this.
I'm going to see what these guys do if I don't
And he just stood there. And he just stood there. And we're all shooting, like waiting for him to do something. He just waited us out.
Just
he just
messing with
stood there. He
That's crazy.
never walked. He never moved. He never made a comment. He just stood there, and he made the most boring video
Yeah.
you're ever
'Cause he's
going
just
to.
standing
So he
there.
killed TV right there in that
Yeah.
moment. We have great experiences, like you said, something that people will never get an opportunity to see.
Yeah.
But then we have just
Terrible things.
terrible
Too, yeah.
things that people are lucky they don't get a chance to see.
The kids, once I had kids, stuff involving kids, it's crazy how
How it
it
affects you.
affects me
Yeah.
so much more now, you know.
It was right after my oldest kid was born. I must have did a story on a baby who was killed, and they brought the baby out in a body bag. This was back when we used to still sit around and wait for the body bags to come out.
Yeah, and show it. Yeah.
And the friggin' body bag was like this big.
tiny
B.
little thing, yeah.
Yo, man. As a parent,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, man. The first time you see that,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, and even beyond the first time, it was Christmas Day. It was on 95, and I still, every time I pass it, a guy was partying all night, driving his pickup northbound, a family in a minivan going southbound. The dude like passes out, launches literally airborne, and like lands in the minivan. Car parts, everything everywhere, but then presents, Christmas presents, like mixed in with it. And the entire family, except for one, like I think like a 7-year-old girl who was in the way back of the van, survived. The entire family dead. Wow. You know, that poor girl now.
Now she's
You
got to
know,
live with
and-
that. She's
yeah.
got those images for the rest of her life,
Yeah,
dude.
and so do I.
What we do is what made me have this attitude of, like, I can't make your problems my problems.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, every night
They'll eat you up.
Yeah, and every night we're a part of somebody else's misery. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. When I work nights, I wouldn't even take my shoes in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I would
What you've been stepping
Yeah,
in.
man, I leave my shoes at the
Unfortunately,
front door.
blood
man.
and brains. and
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
know.
take my shoes in the house, man. That's crazy when I
Yeah.
think back to it.
Oh,
You
it's
know what
true
I mean?
though. Yeah.
Or
I mean,
either I walk through like grass or something that was wet
Yeah.
and try to
Yeah.
get whatever was on the bottom of my soles of my shoes off before I went in the house.
dog poo would be like the least of your worries. You know?
Well, B, man, my drink is just about done.
Yeah, me too.
So we toast one more time. Shut it down,
timing.
man. Appreciate you spending some time with me, man.
Absolutely.
And that's how we do it,
Good
man.
to
Over
have
a
you in the
drink,
woods.
B. Yeah, you right about that. We are in the woods, man. Like, dude, this is like a campground out here.
We have camped out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here before you give me an axe or something and tell me I gotta start chopping.
We're doing plenty of work.